Well, Shorthanded Reaction Show again. Here we are, another night, another great hockey night in America. If you're not watching, I don't know what you're doing. What was
Yep.
your game of the night? Who are you giving it to? And you start us off, Nick. What do you want to cover first?
Well, that St. Louis game was pretty cool, but the game of the night, the most interesting one, I got to go to the Battle of Ontario, Seattle. Oh, no, sorry, Ottawa and Toronto. I'm getting mixed up.
The Battle of Ontario. Seattle joined. Seattle owns it now. Seattle won. Everybody needs
Yeah.
to go away.
Oh man. So
It's
3-2.
a late night. It's a late night. Nick's on the East Coast, so it's late tonight.
3-2. Knives with the overtime winner. I was kind of hoping Senators were gonna win that one, so we would go into like a longer series. But I said Toronto was gonna win yesterday, and like you said yesterday, they're looking comfortable. They weren't tensed up. I mean, obviously, Senators, Ottawa, they were going crazy. Everyone was drunk. No one knew what was going on. But still, Toronto took it to a whole different level still. And they were containing themselves good. They were getting shots on net. They stunned them. What about you?
How did I want to know your feelings? You're watching the game. 2-1 Toronto. Brady Tkachuk, the man, scores on an absolute snipe. Beautiful. 2-2. The crowd erupts.
Crazy.
The building is on fire. It feels like all of it's going under. Did you feel at that moment like Ottawa's going to get this one?
Dude, my heart dropped. I saw Brady shoot that right as he let it go. I was like, oh, God. And then, boom. It was like a bomb went off in that stadium. It was crazy. I was like, oh, yeah, now I feel it now. I feel Ottawa coming.
Yeah, and then you said it, the overtime shot, watch the replays, an absolute. First off, face-off wins are very important. Toronto's owning that.
Yeah, they are.
Face-off win, beautiful. Matthews, just
Uh-huh.
he doesn't even care. Doesn't waste any time. Winds up, shoots. Goaltender has no shot. It's, again, top shelf. Great shot.
Yep.
And that's it, 3-0.
3-0.
So what are you projecting the series to do? You think this is a sweep now, or what are you thinking?
Well, I originally had it in 6, and I want it to go to a longer series because it's obviously fun. I think everybody does. But now I'm really not convinced Ottawa's going to win a game. They are desperate, so I'll say it'll go to 5. I don't see Toronto losing a singular game in Toronto. If they don't win it in Ottawa, whenever they're playing next, I have them winning it in Toronto. So I think I have it in 5 now.
You have it in 5 instead of 6. It means you got Ottawa winning Game 4. They give their fans something to cheer about. This is interesting because, and hockey is the only place that I feel a 3-0. No, I would say hockey and baseball. Those are the two that I think have the biggest shot as far as an upset. The NBA I think is almost impossible to win 4 in a row against somebody.
Never happened before.
And so just looking at the schedule right now, the Ottawa matchup goes on Sunday. It's a Sunday. Oh, I'm wrong. I thought it was Sunday. Nope, it's Saturday night. Saturday night is the game. That is their Game 4. So they have one day off, and then they play again. So here's where I'm at. I picked Ottawa.
Yeah.
And like all good captains, they're not dead. So I'm sticking with them. I'm not changing my pick. Here's my thought process. They just need one. They get to turn their brains off. They just get to play hockey.
They actually need 4.
Nope, you just need one. You just need to get the one. If they get swept, again, hats off Toronto. They did it. But if you get that one, then you get a little bubbly of belief. Pressure's more on Toronto. You don't want to go back to Ontario or Ottawa. We're changing the cities every time. You don't want to go back to Ottawa. So, again, I'm just going to go down with the ship. I'm going to be with Ottawa until the end. When the horn sounds and it's over, I'll say, hats off, Toronto. Great series.
Respect.
They have won 2 overtime games. This series has not been a blowout by any means.
Nope, it's back and forth.
If I'm the coach of Ottawa, I'm like, hell's bells. Let's just go.
Yeah. It's a great series. It's entertaining. I think I'm loving the overtimes. This is a great playoff. This
Oh.
is overtime on overtime. It's thrilling me every night,
So
and I
you have
can't get
Toronto.
enough.
You have Toronto in 5. I'm sticking with Ottawa, which means I have Ottawa in 7. I believe in the hope. Until the final buzzer sounds, I'm with them.
All right.
What was the next game of the night for you, and why was it the game of the night number 2 for you?
So, what was the next game of the night for me? You know what? I'm gonna go Minnesota and Vegas, cause I had Minnesota yesterday winning this game today, and they did. Right, I had them because they were a complete team. Right, just seated as a wild card team. You see them healthy; they're a completely different team. Right, Kaprizov, I love him. He got his first point in the playoffs, which
Okay,
is sick.
Z Booyam,
But same
University
thing.
University of Denver championship, Hobie Baker finalist. He is tiny.
He's little, but he's good,
He's
and
so
he
good.
can move.
He handles the puck so well, and
Yeah.
his edges. And I think
Great.
was the first game. This is so weird to say. It's the third game he's ever played in the NHL, by the way, which is wild. Hence the Minnesota Wild, and he finally is starting to feel it a little
Shine. Yeah, and you know, I knew when the Wild would come back in Minnesota, they would not let their fans down, and they didn't. The whole entire team was shining. It was just like their depth was growing, and they're not gonna stop. They have a whole team. They just stunned Vegas, and I felt like in the regular season when Vegas lost to these couple bad teams, it stopped giving me a little hope for them. So then when they're versing Minnesota, I'm obviously gonna pick Vegas, but when you see how good the Wild is, and then you see how stunned Vegas gets, you start losing hope for Vegas. And now Vegas, I feel like they're falling apart. And if they don't pick it up, if they don't start skating like a normal person, then I'm gonna just start taking the Wild to win now.
So
What about you?
I'm very happy for Minnesota. I think this is great. It's great for the city. They haven't won a series, I think I heard, since 2015, which is crazy. 10
Yeah.
years. I feel like Vegas thought this was going to be easy.
Yeah.
They won game 1, and it was pretty uneventful. They looked like they overmatched Minnesota. And then game 2, in all reality, I felt like they came back, and they had a couple good shots to tie the game.
Mm-hmm.
This game just got out of control for them, so I'm sticking with Vegas. I don't think their stars have played well.
But they've been not playing at all.
But
Eichel,
again,
not.
if they don't show up, yes, they're over. But I have to believe the Stars didn't lose their game. These Stone's not bad suddenly. Eichel's not terrible suddenly. These guys are all very talented. They just have to have one of those. And I love their coach. Their coach, the fire on the bench. I feel like they're going to have the day where it's going to be like, listen, remember who we are. Because if they win game 4, which I think they will, if they win game 4, I thought they were going to win game 3, but if they win game 4, you're going back to home ice in that crazy crowd of Vegas, and everyone's feeling good about it. So, again, this is a series, and I will just say this about the Western Conference. This is my perception, based especially if you see all these series. The Western Conference is loaded.
They're amazing.
Minnesota's up 2-1 on Vegas, and I didn't even have Minnesota as one of my cup teams, and now everyone's like, man, they could actually do something. They look really good. Everyone is being convinced. And again, it's the show. It's show me your abilities, show me your strengths. Minnesota is showing that they are very talented.
And this is where you have to your stars have to be stars. Your stars have to start doing something. Jack Eichel, he only has, pretty sure, just 1 goal, no assist. Mark Stone has 1 assist, no goals. Yep. It's been 3 games. You need to turn up. Matt Boldy is performing better than anybody. Their shots are incredible. Their playmaking, and especially Matt Boldy, he has been impressing me a lot. I did not expect much, out of these players, but they've been performing the max.
Here's what's interesting to me about watching this. It feels like the puck sticks to the Minnesota Wild's. It sticks to the sticks. Like, they're not losing the puck. They're just it's not just the passes, the loose pucks they're getting. They're battling. Yeah. They're winning the 50-50 puck handles. I didn't expect that. I thought Vegas was stronger and bigger, and they would be able to win those battles. I'm watching Minnesota. I don't want to say out-finesse because that would be that's a short-sighted way of saying it. They are out-maneuvering. They are in the better position. They're where the puck is going to be before Vegas. They look a step quicker, but they're not better physically. You know what I mean? They're not like, we're not going to overpower you, but they just look like they're a step ahead. They know what the story is going to be, and they're there. And when you watch a team doing that, you're like, oh, that's what this is happening. That's why I think, like, Vegas will wake up because I can't imagine they're going to be a step behind for, 2 more games and be out in 5. That's crazy to me. This isn't going to be a series. This is a bigger series than I thought it was going to be. I thought Vegas would handle business. Vegas they got a fight on their hands.
Oh, yeah. And puck retrieval. There's so many dumps and chases that just keep on happening and then just pucks to the corner. And I think that's why Florida's winning this series because they have the guys that are hustling.
Now you're in Florida.
This is what I've
You're
seen.
Saying they're playing like Florida?
They're playing how the puck retrievals, like you were saying. This is why I think most teams are winning, and mostly Florida. Because Florida, the pucks and the chasing, the dumps and chasing, and puck possession is the biggest thing. If you don't have the puck, you can't score. But the biggest thing, you're not letting them score, and you can get the pucks on net. So when Minnesota is fast, they're hustling. They're outgoing and better than Vegas. When they have the puck, it's tape to tape. You're using every guy. You're getting on power plays. You're ripping the puck, and not much Aiden Hill can do there. Not much help.
Again, Western Conference is just fantastic. Yeah. Vegas has got a fight on their hands like they didn't think. They could be out in the first round. If you would have told me right now Minnesota's up 2-1, I would have been like, really? That's crazy. Who got hurt? What's happening? Who got hurt? Did Eichel get hurt? And you'll be like, no, they're all there. They're just not. They're not putting in the back of the net. So, Game 4, big game for Vegas, huge game for you can't go. I don't think you can go on 3-1 and go back home to Vegas. I think that would be a morale killer, especially that coach. I think that coach would lose his mind. We'd probably shave his head. He'd show up without a shirt on. Do you see how crazy he was on the bench? He was losing it. He was so great. I was like, I love. The Vegas coach is perfect for Vegas. He's just,
oh my goodness.
You know how I used to say the Edmonton coach is too relaxed for me? The Vegas coach is my style. Like he's like,
goodness.
I
Rick
want
Pitino.
to, like he needs like to rip off the head of a doll and drink out of it like that during the game. Like I feel like he's that energy. So what was the what's your game 3 with that? That's 2. What do you got? The third one that bounced at you when you got 2 left.
So. Which ones were there? There was Tampa Bay.
Florida, St. Louis, and Winnipeg.
I'm going to take Tampa.
Okay.
Tampa and Florida. So my biggest take on that game was they were not getting the puck in the net, and it's obvious when the score's 1-0 in the third period. Bobrovsky was playing out of his mind. He was saving everything he should. And it's not like Vasilevsky wasn't. Vasilevsky saw what he did in the first game, and he improved. He was making great saves, great desperation saves. But then he's not getting any help on the offensive zone. But it's not like they weren't shooting and they weren't getting pucks. I think they did a better job at containing themselves from Florida that they did in the first game. Because in the first game, Florida was getting on them.
Throw the first game out. First game was an anomaly. This is what the series is going to be like. This was 1-0 with an empty net goal. I don't see this being a sweep. I see Tampa going to Florida being very comfortable. If you tell me, like, Tampa, what have they scored? 1 goal, 2 goals total?
0 in this one.
No, 0 this one, but the first game, what did they lose? 6-2 or something?
First game, 6-2.
So they have 2 goals so far in the series, and we both know that's not going to get it done. So we both picked Tampa. To me, it just looks like Florida is just ready. But I see this game is exactly what's going to happen. I feel like it's Dallas Avs all over again. This is it's a shame someone's got to leave, but
Exactly.
Tampa's not going to just get ousted. I would be shocked if Florida beat them like 4-1 in the next one. That would shock me. Like, Tampa's got too much talent to only have 2 goals so far. And to your point, like, Florida, your goaltender's got to steal a game for you in a series. If you're going to win a series in a playoff, he's got to steal a game. He's got to do stuff like the Colorado goalie did in Game 1, where he just makes all the saves, puts you in a place, and then you can win the game.
And a shutout's not easy. That was it.
Again, hats off to Florida. They took the 2. Tampa Bay knows what they have. They know they're capable. It's just going to be a fight. You just got to be a messy goal. It can't be pretty, whatever it's going to be. So, to me, the Florida-Tampa Game 3 is going to be massive because of the 2-0 lead. But, again, we're in the Eastern Conference. Conference, and these things are getting lopsided pretty quick. As you said earlier with Toronto, I still see this being a longer series. But
and like this, you got to finish on those opportunities. Like, I know I don't want to switch around to the Ottawa game, but Ottawa, they were not finishing on a lot of the opportunities they had, and Tampa Bay, they were doing the same exact thing. They had the shots, they have all the skill in the world, but when you're not finishing on opportunities, you're not going to get the goals. And that Florida goal, Nate Schmidt, it was just straight a D to D. I play the NHL game, it happens all the time. You have the lefty defenseman on the right side. All he has to do is get a one-timer. Vasilevsky, he's doing a perfect job of following the puck, but then he shoots it right on the left side where he was, and there's no chance to come back. And there was just nobody in the lane there. There was no screen, no anything. So they had a chance, and that was the difference of the game. That one goal, and they couldn't put anything else in the net. So that was it.
I thought it was a great game. I thought it was extremely entertaining. And again, I listened to the post-game pressers of these coaches, which I'm sure they're doing right now or they've done earlier. When I listened to the Avs and Dallas talk about it, they're like, well, what's going on out there? They're like, there is no space. No one's giving up an inch. Everyone's playing really good. Everyone's playing really concise. It's just a matter of you have to just figure out a way to get it in the net. Bang it off somebody's chest, bang it off whatever you got to bang it off. Make it happen. These games are so close with both these teams. So, Game 3, here we come. Florida series is solid. It could get lopsided. Florida certainly, they've taken it to Tampa, and they have the upper hand. Everyone's believing Florida's looks like going to another cup in the Eastern Conference. They look solid. Tkachuk looks great. They just look like. And again, can we talk about Brad? The trade from Boston. We're sitting there talking about how we don't think it's going to work. He played great.
He was skating.
He was all over the place.
He was there.
I mean, again, I know it's a 1-0 game, but it's the little things. He's just smart. He knows what they want. He's doing the things that it makes you just want to kick yourself because I'm like, I don't like that trade. Oh, well, I may have to eat those words the whole playoff if they keep playing because
the rat is back.
The rat is back.
That's a good saying.
Well said. That's a great way to close that game. The last game that you had, which was my top game for many, many reasons. You may have remembered I did pick St. Louis. I had a lot riding on this game. I didn't feel very good if St. Louis was going to win 4 in a row. I knew they needed Game 3, down 2-0.
Needed it. They had it in the bag since the very start.
I'm going to tell you right now, their forecheck is violent.
That's like the best forecheck in the world. It's like something I've never seen before because the Penguins have the worst forecheck in the world. So seeing this is like I said, NHL premium. It's like glorious.
How violent was this?
They're hitting everybody.
They were destroying people. The best part about this is I talked about the Ottawa crowd. I think the crowd of the night, and again, St. Louis gave them everything to cheer for. That was the crowd of the night. They cheered for checks. They cheered for goals. They cheered for saves. They cheered for everything. They came out with random chants. Let's go Blues.
Exactly.
They scored 2 goals within the first 2 minutes. It was like bang,
crazy.
Bang. And every time they hit a Winnipeg Jet, the crowd went nuts.
Boom.
And I just felt like it energized the team to hit them more. And even when they were ahead by a lot, they were still hitting them. I was like...
Yep, and you hear that chant when they were like 1, 2, and it's how many goals they were scoring.
Oh.
That was sick. It was like they're reminding you, we're a Stanley Cup caliber team. We have what it takes. And just because they lost those 2 games in Winnipeg, I think they just lost those 2 games because it was in Winnipeg. Like I said, they were going to win this game, and they did. They came back to St. Louis, and they came back with a bang. 7 goals. They weren't stopping, did not put on the brakes. They made every Jet look like a 70-year-old man.
They were all over them.
Had the puck all the time, moving the puck great, and that's what I love to see. And there's no slowing down.
My worry for Winnipeg, if I picked them, which I did not, but if I picked them, here's my worry. And I'm a big salesman on St. Louis right now because Jim Montgomery coaches there, and he did coach the University of Denver. I'm going to do my pitch every time. My worry is every one of these games, St. Louis has jumped on them with this forecheck and this violent play for the first 5-7 minutes of each game. The hits that we're seeing are going to wear on a team over the course of a series.
Yeah.
Now you just lost a game. They lose game 4. Now you know you have to go 6 minimum. I'm telling you, I watched so many Jet guys get annihilated this game. They're licking their wounds. This is not an easy series. And Winnipeg as the one is like, how come we couldn't get an easier play or an easier draw? Then I look at the Western Conference and I go, who's the easier draw?
Exactly.
Tell me who the easier draw
one.
is. Edmonton right now is the easiest draw. They're the easiest out.
Crazy.
McDavid is going to get swept by the LA Kings. That's the easiest draw we're looking at. If I would have told you that before the playoffs, you would have cut my mic off, told me to go drink, and come back when I'm drunk 3 times over because I'm out of my mind.
Oh, my goodness.
Minnesota looks good. Vegas is solid. You got Avs and the Stars, which is a great series. This series is a series. St. Louis and Winnipeg is legit. The only series I have yet to see show up is Edmonton. And if the Kings jump on them in Game 3, we may see the greatest, Mr. McDavid, getting swept.
I mean, yeah, because we saw like a preview in that series in the first game, and then it was kind of a sleeper in the second game. They'll pick it up in Edmonton. You saw when it was in the Stanley Cup Finals.
I don't disagree with you. I can't imagine that being a sweep. I'm just telling you right now. These series, you're spoiled. You, the hockey fan, are spoiled. You, the hockey fan, need to go to bed every night, pull out your little journal that you write in and say, I am thankful for this, dear Lord. I'm thankful for hockey. I'm thankful for hockey teams. I'm thankful for hockey players. And I'm thankful for hockey coaches. I'm thankful for hockey stadiums. You can just do the whole list because the treat, like you're in New York. I'm in Arizona. I have 0 playoff wins. I have 0 playoff teams. We don't even have an NHL team anymore. You're out of everything. You're a big Pittsburgh fan. You're looking at the offseason. And look at how much fun we're having watching this series. These games are legit amazing. Amazing. So that's our post game going into tomorrow. I mean, we can look at that if you want to. I mean, why not? I guess Friday we only have 3 games. It's really easy because again, 2 of them the Eastern Conference. These are all up 2-0s. So fire away. This is going to be rapid round. Capitals versus the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to guess you have the Canadiens.
Absolutely, I got the Canadiens. They're going to come out buzzing. The whole stadium's going to come in buzzing. It's the loudest stadium. It's hockey country in there. I don't see them slowing down or anything. I think Capitals are going to try to counter it, but I see it's going to be a great game. It's going to be an entertaining game. Is that the first game out of 3?
That's the first game. First
game
is Capitals versus the Canadiens. I'm going to agree with you on this one. I think the Canadiens are going to win this one. I think Logan Thompson's going to have some chinks in his armor. I feel like Washington's gotten 2 wins, and they haven't looked the best. I think this is a setup for Montreal to win, make it 2-1, which would be great because then we have a series. Finally, we don't have a sweep looking like. The next one is Carolina versus New Jersey. Who do you got rapid fire?
Oof, this one is going to be a doozy because New Jersey in the playoffs can either be a hit or miss, and it's been not even a hit or miss these past couple days with them.
The whole state is a hit or a miss?
Absolutely. So they're not finishing on the opportunities just like the Senators, and I don't like that when that's happening because it could be 2-0 New Jersey right now because Timo Meier, I want him to have like 4 or 5 goals, and he should because that one goal that he should have had, I was annoyed because now it's 2-0. now you're scared going home. But you need to come out strong and you need to come out big. I think everybody's gonna come into play. So I'm gonna take New Jersey in overtime.
You got New Jersey in overtime to make it a 2-1 series. I have Carolina winning that easy, not even going to overtime. I think it's a 3-0 series lead. I think we're going to put the Devils out of their misery, send them on their merry way. The last one is the Kings, Edmonton, and Edmonton. This is a 2-0 series lead for the Kings. I think this is do or die for the great and powerful Edmonton Oilers. You either win or you go home. That's the way that I look at this game. I still have hope in Ottawa, so what do I know? Who do you have?
Well, Evander Kane is back for Edmonton, which is huge. That is great. So they have a bit more in the lineup now that can help McDavid and Draisaitl. So I'm giving Edmonton the edge on this one because if they don't, then it's 3-0. And obviously they came back from 3-0 last year in the Cup, but Edmonton, it's do or die. You gotta help McDavid, and you gotta get some firepower going. So I got Edmonton.
I feel there's a couple things they can clean up, and I'm picking strictly from my heart. My mind tells me that the Kings look legitimately that much better. So picking from my heart, wanting this to be a good series, wanting to watch it for much longer, I have Edmonton strictly because my hope is that Edmonton can make this a series. If they go down 3-0, I find it very impossible. With the way the Kings have played at home and with the way the Kings' power play is looking, it's very, very hard for me to believe that the Kings are going to lose 4 in a row to Edmonton. Unlike my feelings about Ottawa coming back, those games, Ottawa has not looked out of any of those games. So them scratching off a win against Toronto and then another one and then another one, to me, seems more reasonable. Edmonton isn't scratching off anything. Right now, they're barely breathing. I have them, very bad pulse rate. We may have to put them in a coma if they lose this game.
And Draisaitl hasn't even been doing that amazing. It's like Eichel.
I've absorbed them. They just have absorbed them. So will Edmonton figure it out? My heart says yes. So I'm going to make this 2-1. So I have Montreal. You have the Devils. I have Carolina. We both pick Edmonton because we're hoping. I think we're picking it out of
hoping.
Hope. Out of hope.
Exactly.
And for that's our shorthanded episode. We appreciate you liking. We appreciate you subscribing. As always, that is Nick. He is one of our youngest analysts that you would see on TV anywhere. And we're doing a podcast because we're a bunch of family that got together and we love talking sports. And we said, you know what? Why don't we do this with everybody? Why don't we share it with you? We hope you like it. That's our take. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow night. Adios, everybody. Thank you again, Nick. Get some rest. We'll see you tomorrow.
Of course. Peace.